Amid growing uncertainty around the Strait of Hormuz, India's External Affairs Minister Subrahmanyam Jaishankar has held yet another conversation with Iran's Foreign Minister Abbas Araghchi. This was the fourth phone call between the two leaders since the conflict in the region sharply escalated. According to diplomatic readouts, the conversation focused on regional stability, global security concerns, and the evolving situation in West Asia. The call comes at a time when the region is witnessing one of its most volatile moments in recent years. The crisis began after military strikes by the United States and Israel targeted Iranian positions on February 18th. Tehran responded with retaliatory attacks, pushing the region into a dangerous cycle of escalation. During the call, Abbas Araghchi briefed India about Iran's assessment of the situation. Tehran described the strikes as acts of aggression and said the Iranian government and its armed forces were determined to exercise what it called their legitimate right of self-defense. Iran also urged greater cooperation among emerging global powers, especially within the BRICS platform. Tehran believes BRICS can play a stronger role in stabilizing global politics and countering unilateral military actions that could destabilize the region. India, however, has maintained a carefully balanced position. External Affairs Minister Jaishankar emphasized the importance of stability, dialogue, and cooperation. According to diplomatic sources, India expressed readiness to continue working with partners both bilaterally and through international platforms to reduce tensions and restore calm. The two leaders also discussed the impact of the conflict on global shipping and maritime security. One of India's biggest concerns right now is the safety of energy shipments passing through the Strait of Hormuz. This narrow maritime corridor carries nearly one-fifth of the world's oil and a significant portion of global LNG shipments. Any disruption here immediately sends shockwaves through global energy markets. In recent days, oil and gas prices have already surged amid fears that shipping through the strait could be disrupted. For India, the stakes are enormous. The country depends heavily on energy imports from the Gulf region. Any prolonged disruption could affect fuel prices, supply chains, and domestic economic stability. Reports suggest that New Delhi is already engaged in quiet diplomatic negotiations with Tehran to ensure the safe passage of several oil and gas tankers headed towards India. The talks are being coordinated by the Ministry of External Affairs as part of India's broader crisis management strategy. This is not the first time Jaishankar and Araghchi have spoken since the conflict began. The two leaders have remained in constant touch since the escalation. They first spoke soon after the strikes in late February and again in early March as the conflict widened across the region.
I have similarly been in close touch with my counterparts in these countries. Insofar as the United States is concerned, we have maintained regular contacts through diplomatic channels. While attempts have been made, contacts with Iran at the leadership level are obviously difficult at this time. I have, however, spoken to Foreign Minister Araghchi on 28 February and 5 March 2026. We will continue these high-level conversations in the coming days. The House will also be interested in the issue of an Iranian vessel that is currently docked in Kochi. The Iranian side had requested permission on 28 February for 3 ships in the region to dock at our ports. This was accorded on 1 March. IRIS Lavan actually docked on 4th March in Kochi. The crew is currently in Indian naval facilities. We believe that this was the right thing to do, and the Iranian foreign minister has expressed his country's thanks for this humane gesture.
In earlier discussions, Iran had raised concerns over attacks on civilian infrastructure and the broader consequences of the conflict for regional security. Both sides also discussed the risks to international shipping routes and the safety of vessels passing through the Persian Gulf. For India, the diplomatic outreach reflects a clear priority: maintaining regional stability, protecting global energy routes, and ensuring the safety of maritime trade remain critical national interests. As tensions continue to simmer in West Asia, India's strategy appears focused on sustained dialogue, careful diplomacy, and constant engagement with all sides. Because when the Strait of Hormuz becomes uncertain, the impact is felt far beyond the Middle East. And for energy-dependent economies like India, the consequences can be immediate and far-reaching.